Somewhere in rural Wisconsin, a semi-truck pulls up to a heavily guarded facility. A guard alerts his boss that the hauler finally arrived, and the boss snaps back that it's late. He works at the driver to hurry. These heifers need to be loaded with the product fast, a set amount per animal, because the whole run depends on timing. He lays out the plan: a bribed border agent, a midnight move into Canada, and then a cow suddenly moves loud enough to cut him off. The boss turns, suspicious, staring at the fattest cow that just shifted. He angrily checks whether the driver brought him a pregnant animal. The cow moves again. A henchman steps closer, trying to make sense of it. This isn't calving season, but the cow looks like she's about to... He doesn't finish the thought. A bullet drops him instantly. The boss realizes they're under attack and warns his men. We got trouble. The pregnant cow gag becomes the reveal. Deadpool climbs out from behind it, staged like the cow just delivered him. He jokes that he's done undercover work before, then hits the ground, immediately shoots two nearby henchmen, and lands the pun: stakeout. Deadpool rises and sprays bullets in a full-circle panic festival, mowing down multiple henchmen before anyone can organize. Then someone nails him with a shot straight through his eyes into the brain, and he drops. For a bit, the guards think it worked, until Deadpool pops right back up, draws his katanas, and carves through them anyway. In his head, he treats it like a deserved inconvenience. Getting shot in the brain is just another Tuesday. More guards rush him. Deadpool pivots his aim towards a nearby warehouse and narrates the signs of the operation: ammonia, meth, the whole setup. Then shoots the structure and detonates it into a massive fireball. He frames it like he's making a different recipe. He's here to cook something else: destruction. Deadpool kicks down a barn door holding a pitchfork and a gun, like he's auditioning for Farm Massacre, the musical. He greets the hazmat-suited thugs with a cheese joke, then clocks the drug operation inside and riffs on it with another dairy line. They open fire and fold him backward with bullets. But he's still talking, still joking, still asking setup questions. Then he springs up, hurls the pitchfork, and pins one thug to the wall, and delivers the punchline: Swiss. He tops it off with a farm sing-song and lobs grenades in every direction, blowing the barn and the whole cook site sky high. Deadpool staggers out of the flames and taunts the locals, acting like the entire state should take a number and try again. He spots a plane overhead and welcomes it. The plane chases him as he runs, and Deadpool dives into a cornfield, shouting a reckless provocation about wanting them to go harder. The plane answers by dumping toxic gas over the field. Deadpool keeps ranting, half bravado, half something darker, before his words trail off mid-thought. Deadpool inhales the gas and coughs, but he sounds almost satisfied. He makes a crude remark about how it tastes like cancer, then notices the flowers, opium poppies, and calls it out. As the plane circles back, Deadpool's tone shifts into, "Yes, that's exactly what this is." Deadpool plants his feet and dares the plane to come in close. When it commits, he carefully shoots key components and damages the wings until the aircraft loses control, saying, "That's right, you fuck. Destroy me. Make me forget." Cut to a diner. Deadpool is alive again, eating pancakes and bacon, casually recapping how the crash and the fire shredded him and cooked him down, and how the poppy field burned all day and into the night. He says it took that long to heal. He even mentions a pig gnawing on him during the wait. Then he holds up a bacon and jokes he's getting revenge by eating it. He wraps the whole story with a shrug. Contract completed. Heartlanders handled. Now we see who he's talking to. Hammerhead, sitting across from him in the booth. Deadpool explains the practical outcome. Hammerhead gets the clear territory and can expand. Hammerhead stares at him like he's a problem that shouldn't exist, and finally asks the question, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Deadpool acts offended and pivots into a food critic bit, calling the place fine dining, even though it's clearly the Pancake Palace diner in Bushwick. A waitress offers coffee. Deadpool eagerly says yes, and smashes the coffee pot into his own face like it's punctuation. Deadpool sits there with glass and scalding coffee all over him and deadpans. Now that's strong coffee. He asks for the check like nothing happened. Hammerhead stands, disgusted, throws him the payment in a briefcase and tells him to spend it on therapy. Deadpool immediately opens the case and starts counting. Hammerhead leaves, repeating that Wade needs serious help. Deadpool chases after him anyway, briefcase half open, cash flying everywhere, begging for another job. Outside, Hammerhead is getting into his car when Deadpool catches up and insists he wants the next job even more dangerous. Deadpool taunts him. Isn't Hammerhead at least going to shoot him and steal his money back? Hammerhead rolls down the window and challenges the idea. If Wade heals, is pain just a joke to him? Deadpool answers honestly, it hurts. Bad. And that's the whole point. One of Hammerhead's henchmen raises a gun and aims at Deadpool. The henchman shoots Deadpool in the face. Hammerhead mutters that he hates this guy. The henchman grabs the briefcase and the car pulls away, and Deadpool is left crumpled on the ground, bleeding. A montage flashes. Deadpool getting catastrophically injured in a series of extreme encounters. Electrocuted, torn in half by Colossus, impaled, ripped apart by Carnage, fed into a grinder by Vulture, and crushed by a Kingpin. Over it, Deadpool narrates the lifelong question people ask him, what's wrong with him, and admits he's never known how to answer. He thinks maybe the answer is simple, he doesn't belong, he's nobody's hero, but not automatically a villain either. And lately, as he keeps taking brutal work and spiraling downwards towards worse choices, he realizes he finally knows what's wrong with him. Back to Bushwick, Blind Al's basement apartment. Blind Al holds up a pink underwear and demands Wade describe it. Deadpool, barely dressed on the couch, reefs that it's either a parachute or granny panties big enough to become one. Blind Al asks for the color. Deadpool flirts. It's pretty pink for a pretty lady. Blind Al throws the underwear in his face and chews him out. Stop mixing her dirty drawers with his bloody costumes. She tosses his suit at him too. Deadpool apologizes. Blind Al calls him pathetic. He sits around watching cartoons and soap operas and treats life like an endless lazy loop. Deadpool, putting the costume back on, excitedly describes some absurd soap opera plot twist. Blind Al piles on. He leaves cereal bowls to rot. Deadpool fires back with a cheap shot about the apartment already smelling like cat farts. Blind Al shifts from comedy to a hard truth. When Wade's not rotting on the couch, he's out coming back broken, again and again. She reminds him that a month ago he showed up begging her to take him in, lower than low, and she genuinely felt sorry for him. Then she delivers the point. The inside pain doesn't heal the way the outside does, ever. But she insists he has to find a better way to live with it. Deadpool heads for the door. Blind Al tells him not to run away from her. Deadpool dodges with a joke about a romantasy book club. Later in Manhattan, Deadpool sits on the edge of a rooftop staring out at the city. He spirals into bleak thoughts about pain, survival, and change, unsure whether he wants to quit being a mercenary, or quit life, or just quit feeling. Above him, a portal opens for a split second and a girl appears, screaming "Dad," then vanishes. Deadpool doesn't notice. He keeps talking about how the city looks like a giant anthill, how the wide view makes him feel small, and how maybe, if he stays small long enough, his pain will shrink too. Deadpool reacts to what he heard from the portal, apologizing to the kid, and wipes tears with a paper drifting down. Then he notices it's addressed to him. Confused, he opens it. It predicts a taxi will hit a purple car. Deadpool tosses it away, unimpressed, like the universe just handed him junk mail. Immediately below, the prediction comes true. A purple car collides with a yellow taxi. Deadpool snaps the paper back up, shocked. The next line predicts a fat man will dance like nobody's watching. Deadpool scans windows frantically until he spots a fat man dancing in a tutu in an open window across the way. Deadpool calls out with unexpected warmth. Someone is watching, and he looks magnificent. The paper keeps proving itself. It predicts a pigeon will poop, and instantly it does, right onto the paper. Deadpool scolds the dirty bird, then challenges the note for something real. The paper answers, "Do I have your attention?" Then it drops the stakes with precise timing and numbers. At 3:53 p.m., a terroristic group of clowns will seize control of the F train, and 271 people will die unless Deadpool chooses to stop it. Deadpool stands up, suddenly electrified by the idea that this could be his chance to be a real hero. And true to form, he immediately undercuts it with dread and profanity. He can't wait to see how he fucks it up. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and comment your favorite moment down below. I'll see you next time on Superhero Explained.